Metzen said we will defeat the shadow in midnight. That's the biggest L. We don't know that. Metzen is telling you the he's telling if anyone's gonna trick you, it's Metzen. You think that motherfucker really got on stage and just told you what was gonna happen? Come on. Like, come on. Yeah, he's given some hints, yes. But like you really think you can defeat the shadow forever? I think you've lost the plot. That's not even possible. That's not even possible. So I don't think that's gonna happen. It's literally not possible. So, you know. Defeating the shadow does not mean eradicating it, but that's what people think. That's how people take it. Defeat the shadow, oh, we're gonna expunge it. The Void Lords will cease to not exist. And we will, that's how people take it. People are very one-track minded with this shit. The light is good, life is good, and order is good. You guys have fucking seen it. You guys have seen it over and over and over. Myriad times. The characters in the game do it. The players fucking do it. It's everywhere. It's very black and white. It's not even a fucking surprise. Shadowbringers, we saw what worlds look like without Shadow. Metzen was telling us what we're gonna try to do. Doesn't mean we succeed. And again, what does it mean to defeat the Shadow? And again, Metzen literally says right after that, and then things may just spiral wildly out of control. I mean, he literally says that right after. Like, come on! It's the Titans! Come on! It's the light and the Titans! Come on! Yeah, Metzen said banish the shadow forever. Yeah, that is what he said. He said, yes, and return to the fabled lands of Quel'Thalas, where we will unite the elven tribes and banish the shadow forever. Wait, so banish the shadow once and for all, or some shit, whatever he says. It's like, yeah, nah, fat chance. Fat fucking chance. A bathing dragon eggs and Titan grenade Gatorade to completely change their nature and physiology. Sure is benevolent by nature. Then Yrel shows up and starts light forging Azeroth. Bro. Listen, the light, I can almost already tell you what's gonna happen, bro. I could be wrong. The light is gonna come in midnight. It'll probably be one of those last moments, one of those final types of situations where the shadow is gonna win. Like, it's gonna win. And then, right when you least expect it, Yrel and the Lightbound are gonna come through. The full force of the Naru are probably gonna come through. And again, what happened to the Maghar orcs? When the light no longer had a legion to fight, it turned its ire upon the Maghar. If the light shows up and then we defeat the shadow, they're gonna turn on us. You know that? They're gonna turn on us. Like, it's gonna end up being a problem. Unless I'm misreading the light. But I don't think I am. We could be. I could be. But the light's gonna come in midnight. Aduman won't like that. The light played the benevolent victim until it was no longer the underdog. Then it started seizing control over everything. Yep. Night is darkest just before the dawn type shit. Yep. In my opinion, chat, there's a fairly good chance that in the last Titan, we end up siding with forces that we never thought we would. And that means forces of chaos. Maybe even, you know. I started getting myself excited about something I don't even know is true. Man, would it be just the time? The Mogu are alleged to have been created by the Titans. However, I kind of don't think that's even true. I'm gonna be honest. I think that the Mogu are some of the most bestial and animalistic of all Titan constructs, and I find that very strange. I think everything about Pandaria is actually kind of weird. The August Celestials are weird, and they actually embody positive traits and lessons that genuinely aid people. Unlike all the other wild gods, which don't really seem to do that. Maybe I'm wrong. The whole like balance concept of the Pandaren, the Mogu, it's just, I don't know, the cloud serpents, like it just seems, Pandaria just sometimes seems like it was, it almost sometimes just seems like there was someone who helped shape Pandaria that didn't help shape other areas. Like there's some, how do I put this? There's some areas that are so uniquely thematic that you almost start to wonder, are they really from the Titans? Or did they take it? Because remember what Odin says, Edicts of the Prime Designate. In other words, the rule of law from fuckface Odin, where he says, all historical records documenting the advancements of the Black Empire are to be purged. Paint that age as one of chaos and misery, a pernicious blight that we keepers eradicated. With the old gods locked in confinement, there should be no evidence available to contradict our assertions. And then he gaslights them by saying, surely if you care for these mortals, you would not wish to see them led astray into darkness. And then he says, second, attribute all accomplishments and works of wonder to the Titans alone. Despite the relentless arguments made by some of you, this is not a fallacy. After all, can anything truly be said to exist until it has been ordered? Of course not. Therefore, it is irrefutable that the Titans are the source of all creation. I mean, come on, bro. Come on. So when we look at places like the Halls of Origination, and we're like, something's not quite right, it's because it's not from them. It's not, the Titans didn't make the Halls of Origination. That's a fucking lie. This is very clearly a Black Empire structure. Right? I mean, this is very clearly made by the Black Empire. I mean, have you guys seen Nyalotha? So, the fact that the Titans claim that this belongs to them is bullshit. There's no way. However, there are some constructs inside of it which represent 4 different magic types, which I think are very interesting. You have Sun, Life, Chaos, and Magic. Sun, Life, Chaos, and Magic. These all correspond to Egyptian gods, by the way, like the sun god Ra, or Anubis, or Isis. So these are very clear allusions to an ancient time where magic and things were structured very differently. And there's only 4 contributing members at the maximum depicted here. So, makes you wonder, makes you think. Lore Tour of Halls? It's coming. It's coming. Can they be first ones? Well, first ones is an interesting term. It's another word for the word it's another word for progenitors, which is the first in line. Progenitors could even be those who came before you, such so that you are their descendant. In this way, the first ones and what that phrase means really could be misconstrued, because it could imply a first generation of Titans. It could also imply something much grander than that, which is generally what people go with, which I'm fine with. I think first ones is more Azeroth and Sargeras and Elune and Lo Sho, maybe, or even Argus kind of entities, identifiably unique and seemingly separate from the Titan pantheon as far as we can tell. Maybe a different sect of gods. Maybe Sargeras and Elune and those gods are more like the Titans in Greek mythology, and the Titan pantheon is more like, we're calling ourselves Titans, but really we're a different pantheon of gods that is trying to take over this other pantheon of gods, which I think is kind of what's happened. It seems to me that Anshe, Elune, Lo Sho, and maybe even the Earth Mother are kind of all this pantheon in them of their own family, and it seems like the Titans are kind of like the extended family, and like Aman'Thul's like the old uncle that's like not a nice guy. Pyro, what do you think of the idea that the Titans are fragments of Azeroth's soul, ordered by the first ones? Well, I think that every cosmic deity, to some degree, really anything with a soul in the entire cosmos, I think comes from Azeroth. So I think that there is a possibility, yes, that they're fragments of a whole being. I think that there's quite a lot of evidence to suggest it. Yeah, so I'm not opposed to that idea in its entirety. I'm starting to think very little on Azeroth is Titan built. More has order paint on it. Yup. Let's be real. How much do you think the Titans really create? Again, very, very little. They're shapers. They're shapers. They take something and they change it into something else. That's what they do. Excuse me. But Odin, through the edicts, wants everyone to believe that they are the source of all creation. They're clearly not, and Azeroth clearly is. So, you know, they're full of shit. They're full of shit, dude. And to a degree, dude, who knows? There could be another whole layer to this of gods or deities that lived on this planet that we don't know anything about because they're from so long ago that we just don't know.